Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Jarrett Goes to the Movies, a weekly podcast where Jarrett Reddick and friends get together and talk about a movie that they watched that week. Plus, whatever the hell else is on their minds. Get ready for the best hour and a half you'll have in the next hour and a half. Here they are, Eric, Casey, Sean, Amy, and because he's famous, his name's on the show, Jarrett. Welcome to Jarrett Goes to the Movies.
And now, Jarrett Goes to the Movies presents everyone's favorite podcast game show. It's time for 5 questions, where we ask 6 questions, and the high score is 7. Here's your host, Jarrett Reddick.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to 5 questions. If you're joining us on the live feed for the first time and you're seeing us do this, this is not the podcast. Welcome to 5 questions. Man, we have got a doozy for you. Potential 4th 5 wins pocket plaque coming for Dr. Jason Aylesworth and Kidney Pete are here. This Jason, because he got his doctorate, we are the only one that allows him to have a helper, and so Kidney Pete is allowed to chime in when he wants to.
Oh, am I?
Yeah, you're allowed to chime in anytime. And then, of course, man, this is actually happening today. John Gickler today will win his 10th appearances pocket plaque. Everybody. Congratulations, John. Has John collected any of his yet? Or no, they're just still in the box up here. Woody is sitting right beside them, actually. They're right there to your right on the ground. There they are. That's them.
I threw it on the ground.
And, of course, the queen of the podcast everybody loves, Wendy Matta, is here, everybody. And the original every level sponsor. And it became hilarious as it went, and we were like, is she going to go for it?
We were going to add more
Exactly.
Am I going to have to give more?
Our new $1,000 sponsor,
Lindsay Sponsel. All right, guys. Well, you guys know the drill. You know how to play this. And as everybody, if this is your first time joining us on 5 questions, I do make these questions up as I go. Sometimes there will be a very, very awkward pause. You see what I did there?
Wow.
That is a good bit, right? Not too shabby on me. All right, guys. Please write down your answers and do your best. And let's get this thing going here. All right, guys. In the movie Back to the Future 2, at one point or another, Marty's kids are both sent to prison. How many years did the son get, and how many years did the daughter get?
Got it.
In prison. They're going to go to prison.
Not federal
Prison.
white collar prison.
No.
Just bang you.
Well, can you imagine though? I mean, in that little world of just neon green and cargo pants, and I don't even know what the fuck.
It seems like it would be nice.
I'm sure it was probably great. Like everything's just full service, and like you don't
robots.
even have to rape there. You just go, hey, Alexa, go rape that guy over there.
Man, I wish she would have turned on just to see what she thought about that command.
To show she can spell.
Okay.
No, that's going to put you on a red list, like a watch list of some kind.
Yeah, you're probably right. Maybe she wasn't listening. All right, I'll go in order from the way that I have you on my screen. Wendy, what did you say?
I put 15 years for the son, but 10 years for the daughter.
All right, and Lindsay, what did you say?
I said 5 years for the son, 15 for the daughter.
All right, and John, what did you say?
I put 13 for the son, 12 for the daughter.
Okay, and Jason?
I had 15 and 20.
Jason Aylesworth is correct. 15 years for the son, 20 years for the daughter. And there you go. All right, Jason with 1. Everybody else bringing up the rear. But remember, it is anybody's game until the very, very end. All right, guys. Anybody can win at any time. All right, guys. In the movie Back to the Future 2, the character Needles is played by a famous musician. What band is he in, and what is his name that he is referred to as in the world? Needles. What's the band name? And what do we know him as? Delicious.
I know him as
What?
Jerry. Isn't that his real name?
Don't know.
Jerry Johnson.
Is it really?
Gary Johnson from Wisconsin.
Lindsay, what you got?
Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
John Gickler?
Yeah, same thing. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Flea.
Jason?
Flea from the Peppers.
All right. And Wendy?
Nothing, because I don't know any of their names.
All right. Okay. Very good. Well, I'm sorry. She didn't get that one. All right.
Probably one of their
Congratulations.
least favorite bands in all of music.
Right. Yeah, I get it. It's one of those bands. It's like, it's easy to hate them. But they have some good songs, right?
Come along, get some. That's every song.
It's what
just
Eric
had to
said.
these summer shows, and there's like a that influence kind of song, and it's hard whenever they do those that are sort of based upon other things for me to stay in character. But like, I'm supposed to be in character, but I'm also supposed to like do this other sort of thing. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm supposed to be Anthony Kiedis as a mouse. Roller coaster of love. You know, whatever. I don't know. That was terrible. That sounded like Jerry. Lady. Roller coaster of love. Yeah, so bad. So bad. All right. Here we go. Jason with 2, Lindsay and Gickler both with 1, and Wendy with 0. But remember, it's anybody's game. Let's keep going on this edition of 5 questions. Here we go. In the movie Back to the Future 2, what is the name of the nudie mag that Biff is caught with? What is the name of the nudie mag that Biff is caught with?
It's very similar to the name of Michael Scott's shoe store that he's going to create, just for the
okay,
shoes for the
that's right
special moments in a man's life.
Okay, I like it.
Do you remember?
Do the worm
I don't
store.
remember.
Do the worm store. John Gickler, what you got?
Ooh la la.
All right, Jason.
Ooh la la, number 29.
Wendy.
Not
Ooh
ready.
la la.
And Lindsay.
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la. Everybody got it right. Good job, guys. Very, very good. All right, guys. This is a tough one here, and I just thought of it. Jason with 3, and everybody else has less than that. All right. In the movie Back to the Future 2, at the end of the movie, Marty is delivered a letter. What company is it that brings the letter, and how many years have they been hanging on to it?
Fuck you, Sean. Fuck your question.
Did I just fuck his question up?
Fuck him.
All right. What is the company for which the man works, and how long have they had the letter in their possession?
What a well-constructed sentence.
I was just about to say, wow, that was really good. And then you said later.
The company for which, from whence the letter came.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Jason, what you got?
Western Union, 70 years.
Hear me? Hi. Would you?
All right, That's
No,
cool.
I just y'all were sitting.
Happened in a long time, so I think we can probably not restart. But if it happens again, we'll have to take a little bit of a break.
Computers, right?
What was I doing? Getting their answer?
Yes.
Oh no, I was about to say the question, right?
No, you asked the question.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay.
And it was
Wendy.
Dr. Jason.
Wendy. Oh, Jason, what did you say?
Yeah, I had Western Union in 70 years.
All right, Wendy.
I had the same.
Lindsay.
Same.
And John.
The same.
All right, guys. Good job.
Very nice.
That is really, really good. All right, guys. Here we go. Question number 5. Jason with 4, John and Lindsay with 3, Wendy with 2. And this will be my last question for you guys. I can't believe we've made it this far. All right, guys. In the movie that we watched this week, in what way? That's Ferris Bueller. Remember that shit? The teachers, everybody's asleep. In what way? Yeah. All right. Question number 5. Here it comes, guys. In the movie Back to the Future 2, what movie is playing at the theater where in the town square when Marty gets to the year 2015?
Okay. Got it.
What movie is playing at the square when he gets to 2015? Haven't you done the what movies are playing at the, or like what's on the marquee or something?
That would be more of a Sean type.
Yeah.
Question.
I thought we did that one.
Name 8 of the 11 movie posters.
That band one was
that one might see. Yeah, 4 bands no one's ever heard of.
Yeah, and I couldn't take my eyes off the fact that Fred Savage had a cigarette in his belly button. You know, it was like
to notice that Chrysalis.
Yeah, right. You know, Chrysalis.
Yeah. Donkey fuck.
Okay, Wendy, what you got?
Jaws.
Okay, would you like to expand on that at all? I will give you the opportunity to do so.
On ice.
Jaws 3.
Okay.
There's just a bunch
of Lindsay.
Jaws 19.
Oh, all right. John Gickler.
Jaws 19.
All right, Jason.
Jaws 19.
Jaws 19 it is.
Very nice.
All right, guys. Well, that puts us in a great spot here for a great finish to this game. Jason with 5, John with 4, Lindsay with 4, and Wendy with 2. It is now time for Eric's Off on Attention Game.
Back to the Future 2 shows the Chicago Cubs winning the World Series in 2015, but in reality, they didn't win their first World Series in 108 years until 2016. Who did win the World Series in 2015?
Ooh.
Yikes.
Wow. Wouldn't that have been weird if they predicted it? Like
That would be weird. I mean, but 1 year off isn't bad.
Not too shabby. Not too shabby.
Florida.
Miami.
Florida?
Miami was the team, right?
Oh yeah, Miami.
Yeah.
Yep. The Marlins.
Miami. All right.
New York City.
Get a rope.
Get a rope.
It's made by folks in New York City who know what picante is supposed to taste like. Wendy, what you got?
Yankees.
All right. Lindsay?
Red Sox.
And John?
With the Cardinals.
And Jason?
I also went Red Sox.
The answer is the Kansas City Royals.
Oh, wow. None of you got it right. Wow. Well, all right.
It's weird that our fan base doesn't know a lot about
Lourdes or baseball.
Here we are. This is pretty cut and dry. John and Lindsay, you are not going to win today, but you can sit back and bask in the fact that on our 300th episode, you did not get the least amount of questions correctly on 5 questions.
Or the most.
Or the most. But you did not get the least. That means, Wendy, you will now face off with Jason. And basically, Jason, all you can do is sit back and relax and hope she does not know the answer to Sean's super hard question. Wendy, if you get this correct, you win. If you don't, you're not a loser, but you didn't win, did you? It's time for Sean's questions, the 7th question, and sometimes it's hard.
Buckle up, Wendy. Here we go. When Marty needs to go back to 1955, Doc tells him that he will need money. He opens up his briefcase with money throughout the years. In the briefcase, there are 16 slots for money, some of which are duplicates, but different denominations. Name at least 7 of the years shown in the briefcase.
So, you specifically.
All right. Hold on, I'm writing a bunch of them down because I don't really know. So we're just gonna.
And go slow so I can cross off what you said.
Oh crap! Oh crap!
Oh crap!
She might get one.
Yeah, on the off chance you get one right. Go slow.
Crap! You're going so fast.
Slow down. Slow down.
Faster, slower. Crap!
Oh crap!
Right there.
Wrong.
Slow down, you cocksucker.
Meta. So meta.
Okay. What's the matter? Oh yeah, she heard that her whole life.
Okay. I just wrote down 7 years, so let's hope some of them are correct.
All right, what's the first one?
All right, 1955.
Next one?
1970.
Next one?
I put 1885.
Next one?
2015.
Next one?
1980.
Next one?
1985.
Next one?
And I said 1965 and 1974.
She got one right.
Oh.
Oh my God.
And how many did she need to get right?
7.
So,
man, you just really let that drag
Yeah,
out.
I know.
mean, you
I
could have let her miss one and been like, okay, I'm sorry. You know?
I was very excited for her.
It's hardcore in 5 questions.
I get it. Your winner today, I'm sorry, Wendy, but your winner today on the 300th episode of Jarrett Goes to the Movies, Dr. Jason Aylesworth, everybody. He didn't even need kidney
Didn't have to phone in the friend.
Did not even have to. Kidney Pete, what do you think about this big win for Jason?
oh, it's so great.
Yeah, just a big win, huh?
Yeah, we're so excited over here.
Jason, congratulations. Not only did you win, but you just won your 4th 5 wins pocket plaque from
My
the
goodness.
show.
Very nice.
You are the first one to 4, by the way. First one ever to 4. Congratulations to you. How do you feel?
I just have to thank Mr. Chambers again to move me to the North Pole and not having internet for the last year and a half.
Yeah, right. He's here today, just over there, and he looks like he's just wound up and ready to rock. But you know, he has only played. He's only played 20 times, and he has won 15 of those.
Woof.
But your record is not too shabby at 19 of 31. So
Shabby.
You changed the game to let him win.
Uh-oh.
He says we changed the game to let you. Well,
Boy,
the
am I in
tiebreaker did fucking. It really did bite him in the ass like 6 times in a row. All right, Woody will be on soon to argue his case, but for now, it is your time to shine, Jason. Congratulations. Also, congratulations to John Gickler on your 3rd 10 appearances pocket plaque. Woo! Wendy, you are coming up on 30 attempts as well, and you've already got your first 2 pocket plaque win plaque things. And Lindsay, you will be getting a you're not too far off from your first 10 attempts plaque. So thank you guys so very much. It has been some of you guys have been here the whole 6 years. Some of you are newer to our show, and we're so glad you're here. Hang out on the chat if you can. We're gonna have a really fun day. And congratulations again, Jason. And thanks. We love you guys. Appreciate y'all so very much.
Bye.
Give it up for all of our players today. All right, man. Boy, that was an eventful break. Some people had a snack of brisket, which David Dooley brought over. And
oh my God.
It's deadly, right?
His meat is so good in my mouth.
Just melted. A little salty.
It was a little crunchy.
So good.
A little crunchy.
In the
Exactly
best
what you
parts,
wanted
in
when
the
it slid
best
down the
ways.
throat.
My
Oh.
It was
God.
amazing.
And then the kids locked themselves out of Everett's room. So I had to find the tiny screwdriver.
And there was an iPad in there. So it was an emergency.
Right.
Both iPads.
Oh,
Yeah.
my
Oh,
God.
geez.
Red alert.
It was
Red
a
alert.
meltdown.
Not the easiest of situations for these two.
Yeah, it might be a little.
Sean, I believe we're ready to go to the next clip.
Hey, kid, thumb $100, will you, and help save the clock tower?
Sorry, no.
Come on, kid, that's an important historical landmark.
Look, some other time.
Lightning struck that thing 60 years ago.
Wait a minute. Cubs win World Series. Against Miami?
Yeah, it's something, huh? Who would have thought? 100 to 1 shot. I wish I could go back to the beginning of the season, put some money on the Cubs.
I just meant Miami. What did you just say?
I said I wish I could go back to the beginning of the season, put some money on the Cubbies.
So did you notice when he walks up to him, he says, "Thumb me $100."
Yeah.
So there are some things that this movie does nail. There's
The whole
that.
thing, basically.
Well, yeah. The whole like fingerprint to get into your door, that didn't exist back then. You know, I'm sure it existed in some sort of government facility, but not here. The telling the screen to turn your lights on, going up to the thing, telling it what you want to watch.
A pizza rehydrator.
Pizza rehydrator.
That's kind of awesome.
Yet to see.
I mean, that's
pizza
not,
looked good.
That's not
It
that.
did.
I don't think that's that far off from what we do now, right? I mean, like air fryer or whatever, where you pull something out of it. I mean, it obviously doesn't increase the size of it.
Yeah, it takes some time to do that. And
Yeah.
maybe
God knows
need
the
to
injuries
talk
that
to
would
him
happen.
gently.
I know.
Some
I'd stick my
candlelight.
dick in there as fast as I could. Just like,
maybe I
what
just
do?
maybe-
He stuck his penis in the rehydrator.
He's trying to rehydrate it.
Talk about juicy.
Yeah, he
12
fucked the
inches
refry.
around.
Oh my God, what is he doing? He's rehydrating his meat. Yeah, but I thought that was cool.
Did you though?
Yeah, I did. No, again, there's things about this that obviously I'm not gonna just sit here and shit on the thing the whole time. I mean, I took the time to watch it, so let's talk about it.
Okay.
I'm not
fair
gonna
enough.
pull a U during Beetlejuice or a Rich Dick during Arthur
Beetlejuice.
2.
Arthur too.
Yeah.
I watched that
A
whole
Udall
piece
too.
of shit movie.
It wasn't even Arthur 2, right? It was just Arthur.
We
Oh,
were
he didn't
doing
like
Arthur. He didn't like Arthur the movie, and he kept talking about the remake
Remake.
of Arthur.
That he thought was better
With
He thinks
Russell
it's
Brand.
better, yeah.
with Russell Brand
And Arthur is one of the greatest movies that's ever
as opposed
been
to
made.
Dudley Moore.
That's right.
Well, no wonder you kicked him off the show.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
well, I didn't kick him
Yeah,
off
that's
the
not
show.
what happened.
That's how
what
rumors
happened.
get started, Eric.
But yes, that's.
But he never came back. He couldn't recover from it.
You know what people do in this movie a lot? They sneak.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sneaking
Because
going
they're trying to avoid their past
Yeah.
or future selves or interrupting the space-time continuum. That's
Just-
probably the part of the movie you didn't understand.
Some of it is so funny though. It's like where he's like trying to sneak up on young Biff, and he's like behind the car, or whatever.
Oh,
but then
yeah.
all of a sudden he's just out in the open. But since he's walking sideways with his hands up,
They
there's
can't
no
see
way
him.
he would ever be able to see him.
With the hat on?
Right, because
Yeah.
his face wasn't visible.
Dude, you got to admit.
Then again, that show you probably got a couple Emmys, and all that guy did was put on a hat. And
That's so true.
Yeah. True. Yeah. You do have to admit though, like being in the back of his car and like, Doc, come in.
Yeah, on the
You know,
walkie-talkie.
on the walkie-
Okay, yeah.
Marty,
That was
What is it
that was
that-
pretty bad.
where are you right now? And you're just like, okay, he didn't hear that?
And he thinks it's the radio as he talks about the undersea dance with
Right.
Biff. Oh, what's on the radio? Oh,
On the
shit.
other hand, in Back to the Future 3,
Yeah.
when they're on a freight train moving 70 miles an hour down the track,
Mm-hmm.
and Emmett.
Mm-hmm.
And his head whips around
Right.
like, coming in loud and clear over there.
Yeah,
Yeah, but he heard it
There's
with
no
his heart.
fucking
Yeah,
way.
that's so true.
You know, and sometimes the heart hears what the heart wants to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
It
heart,
heard Clara.
heart will go on.
I've heard that from time to time.
Yeah. It.
Yeah, every night in my dreams it does.
There used to be a show called Heart to Heart when I was a kid.
Yeah, they solved crimes,
Yeah,
right?
And my brother and I called it Fart to Fart, and it was the funniest
God,
thing.
that is funny.
Isn't that hilarious?
Total Eclipse of the Fart is
Total
the song
Eclipse
I wrote.
of the Fart.
It's
That's
very
a good one.
sexual, but
Yeah.
still,
I get that.
it
Yeah.
holds up.
Yeah, it does.
Every fucking now and then.
Total Eclipse of the Fart. Because it rhymes. It's so funny. Let's talk to the bosses here. I mean, Woody, I feel like you seemed a little wounded whenever I said that I hated this, but then I feel like you listened to my argument and you became pretty understanding of how shitty this movie actually is.
I feel like mom and dad are asking us to choose sides.
No. Seriously, obviously, did you grow up with this movie?
No, it's whatever you want, Dad. Don't hit me.
No, okay. Damn it, straight to hell.
No, seriously.
Yeah,
I
you're
did grow
closer
up
to
with
Dad.
it. I did grow up with it. So I remember going and seeing Back to the Future, the original one, in the movie theaters, waiting in line as we watched them sold out tickets. This was like the opening weekend or whatever.
Yeah, you couldn't pre-order back then. You had to
stood out
stand in
there
line, and when it sold out, it
Hope
sold
you
out.
weren't fucked, but
all that sounds made up.
we had such a great time. Me, my brother went with me, to the movie. So Back to the Future 1 was big.
Yeah.
And, 4 years later, this other one comes out.
Mhm.
And I remember seeing it, but I don't have the nostalgia like I had attached to the first one.
Right.
But I did have the third one on VHS and used to watch it all the time.
Yeah.
So I used to love the third one, not as much as the second one. But after watching both of them yesterday, I can tell you that the second one is definitely better than the third one.
Interesting.
Thank you.
But they're still not good.
David Dooley, you're a man of about my age, I think, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
so early teen years, the first one comes out. I mean, and it had to have had, like some sort of, when I listen to his timeline of it, I'm thinking to myself, by the time I'm a kid when the first one comes out, by the time the second one comes out, I'm 16 years old, and I didn't give a shit about anything but playing the drums at that point. Like, so I wasn't going to see movies. That's the reason why I never saw this. You would take a girl to a movie, but really you just wanted to finger her.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And
that's changed. I'm sorry.
no, that's still that's the reason Casey was super glad when quarantine happened.
Yeah, you don't have to go to the movie theater anymore.
Thank God.
You don't have to worry about where you sit.
So this one, the first one came out when I was a senior in high school.
Okay.
So I loved it, and I've always thought it was a great movie, but it wasn't as important to me maybe as the first one was to you.
Yeah.
So this one just came off as campy and funny, not terrible. There
Two.
were some things.
You're saying
yeah,
two,
two.
campy and funny.
Yeah, and yes, it's a retread of the story, but I don't know that I was expecting anything more.
Was it
to be honest?
And honestly, and Eric, hold on just a second. Was it really funny? Like,
I thought there were spots that were funny, but
really?
I don't know if you know me. I like to laugh.
I do know that. It's why you're my secret weapon at acoustic shows. I'm serious. Like, and I tell Casey that all the time. I'm like, man, David Dooley's my fucking secret weapon. Like, I that room is quiet, and I make a terrible joke, and he's just back in the back, just serious.
Pretty true.
Yeah, and he'll do that fucking snort or whatever, and I'm like, oh, I fucking got everybody now. I can say whatever the fuck I
They
want.
jump in.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, wow.
Now, well, yeah, the first time we met, you had brought some work associates in to see me and Ryan play.
Yep.
And we were talking about the song Prettiest Girl in the World, and we started describing whatever, and you're laughing your ass off, and Ryan just stops and goes, what did he say that was funny? Like it was, and we were just, we
the
loved
lines in the Boone's Farm wine. That was funny.
exactly.
To me.
Yeah.
It was just in the moment.
Yep. 100%.
Good stuff.
Man. Yeah. God, it is a good point, Eric.
Thank
that
you.
you brought up earlier of, you know, those movies that you hold dear because of when you saw them.
Sure.
You know, Stand By Me will always be that movie
that
that
piece of shit.
Shut your fucking mouth.
That will always be the movie that
Hey-o.
me and Jeff Hughes went and saw that, and then afterwards he bought the Loudness
Did you finger
album. No, not Jeff Hughes. He was a radio DJ, cop, and now he's a preacher. So I can't
The
talk
trifecta.
I can't talk about fingering. You know,
Sure you
fingering.
can.
I mean,
Yeah.
you can.
Back when he was on the radio,
lot
I'd be
of
like, "Remember when I
pastors
fingered you during the River Phoenix scene?"
Kids.
But yeah, I do agree with you on that, and you know, and it makes Star Wars make a little bit more sense because people that didn't have that
Yes.
didn't throw their life into something that took up every single minute probably watched those movies and
I thought Jar Jar was funny.
Yeah.
There you go.
You know what I've heard?
I was like 9. That guy was the best.
I have heard more.
I hated him so much.
So I have heard more recently that I've never seen those 3 movies. So I've seen everything. So I call them the first 3.
A New Hope.
Yeah.
Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, so
4,
those 3.
5,
And
6.
again,
That
like
came
those
out.
ones are important to me from a standpoint of like I saw them when I was a little kid. Our parents let us skip school in the 6th grade to go see Return of the Jedi. Like,
Oh, dang.
stood in line in a fucking field because it was like the movie theater. That's the way they made us go, whatever. Never forget that, great. And just, the feeling of being there and seeing that. Didn't see the second 3. And then of course the Return, Casey's family at the time, we were doing family reunions around these Star Wars movies. So it was great. It's 30 of us going
That's
into this
rad.
thing. And it was it's like the first ship you see. Everybody's just
It
clapping.
is like the only thing that brings my entire dad's side of the family together. If they're Star Wars.
It really did feel really good. And to me, it was because of those first movies. It had nothing to do with the second one. So I agree with you of like where they sort of hold this, like E.T. Like, do you remember the fucking first time you saw E.T.?
Yes.
Yeah.
E.T.
What?
Jesus Christ. I'm going to throw this at you.
Do
and
it.
It's going to hurt you in the face.
Do it.
But I mean, that like ones like that, like to me, Nightmare on Elm Street, the first time I saw that, I was scared fucking shit.
Okay, but this is the problem with us watching Flight of the Navigator for a podcast. When I suggested, when you asked me,
I didn't take a shit on that movie.
No, I know, but when you asked me at trivia, hey, you want to just come and sit in on our podcast? What movie would you want to do?
Yeah,
and I'm going,
yeah,
this awesome movie that everybody loved. As
I
a kid,
love that movie.
That like is
one of my favorites.
Is a foundational part of every kid
I had never
my
seen,
age.
I had never seen it. I had never-
But like
never
people
seen it.
have never heard of it.
Then
Not-
watched it
like,
again.
let alone never seen it.
I think you're mistaken though. I think that is a cult favorite. And I think you kind of stumbled upon something cool that we really weren't even doing at that point, which was taking like movies like honestly, the reaction that we've had, and not just because Thomas was here, but the reaction we've had to the Rules of Attraction, because that is such a fucking cult classic, which I did not
I
know.
had never heard of that movie.
Yeah, that thing, it's this deep dive. Because, he was telling us, obviously, how it's related to the
American
Psycho and all that.
Yeah.
Like, that kind of shit.
I had no idea.
That is intriguing as fuck to me.
Yeah, the difference is American Psycho was awesome.
All right, yeah.
Did you tell him that you didn't like Rules of Attraction? You just sat
No.
over there and held your tongue.
Oh, this movie was something else.
I thought it was actually pretty good.
Did you?
Yeah, but I
Well,
like
we don't have
every
to revisit everything.
I like every movie I've ever
I've never
seen,
seen it.
except this one.
Of all the
You were a little
movies.
harsh on True
Yeah.
Grit, if I remember.
True Grit, I think I
I should have opened that wound.
no. I don't really think that did I really shoot
There's
on
a
it?
pacing to movies like that just doesn't hold up.
I remember just
And-
figuring
and
out
the
that
acting.
the girl was from Father Knows Best or
And
whatever.
the
and
story.
right? Isn't that the girl from Father Knows Best is the girl in that, right?
No.
Yeah.
Steinfeld? Seinfeld?
No. The sister. It's the. I thought
No,
it was the
I like
sister,
it.
right? No. Okay, I'm
don't think so.
stupid. I'm stupid.
No.
I don't know.
You're not stupid.
Okay, but
all I know is that True Grit made me pay a lot of money for a tattoo one time.
Oh.
Because we had a podcast and I had to finish watching the movie while I was getting tattooed, and my stoner fucking tattoo artist who charges by the hour was like, just put that shit on now. And then a lot of pausing.
You know what's so funny?
I thought you lost a bet.
I'm getting a tattoo of Allie, my dog that passed away last year, from this tattoo artist here that specializes in that. And that it's so funny booking a tattoo appointment now, because it's like a 3 email process and like all these questionnaires and all this shit you got to fill out. And you just go like, I'm super intimidated being in here. Like, I'll just take this fucking canteen that's on the wall right here.
Tattoo?
Yeah, exactly. It's such a different process, and like it's everything's done before you get there. Like, you walk in and they just put it on you and start tattooing, unless you go to Casey's guy.
I'm gonna get a tattoo of Ally McBeal.
Oh, I'm gonna get Molly McButter. Molly McButter. I'm gonna get.
I think I'll pay for it if you get a tattoo. I think I will.
It won't
We'll
be a
chip
big
in.
one. It'll be real thin.
I was just about to say, are you going to get it on your just tiniest little pinky finger?
You get
Just her.
She was actually referring to your pinky, by the way. Now, but yeah, that's the thing on these movies, again, nostalgia. So, this whole thing with the sports almanac,
It's hilarious, right?
It's a great idea. It's a fantastic idea. Again, the whole like, hey, you're going to want to lock this in a safe, but until then, keep it in your back pocket like this, because nobody's
and put it in your windshield.
But this plot device plays to every single human who's ever lived.
Yeah, 100%.
Thinking about what they would do differently if you could just go back in time, right? When I was a shithead musician in my 20s, I could have taken what little money I had, invested it in Google, and now all of a sudden I'm a millionaire. Everyone thinks about
what you could have done.
Doesn't everybody do that though? You sit around thinking about that stuff, then you have to be like, but then I wouldn't have my kids. Like, like there's like
but
no,
that's
just to justify to like, if there's a God, like just to justify that you're not a piece of shit.
I
like,
love the fact that you did that voice.
I guess I wouldn't change anything, because then I wouldn't be married to my wonderful
No, I would have bought
and not Jason Momoa.
I say that in every fucking interview ever. What would you
I would have
change?
dipped into Bitcoin 10 years ago.
What would you tell yourself?
Yeah, right.
Doesn't everybody do that though?
Because you'd have different kids that you love, and you wouldn't even know that you had this.
But if it was like this type of time travel, you would know.
I know, but here's the thing.
You would know.
Right, this type, you would.
Here's the
you would be playing your own.
I just like maybe that's that's a thing. I think that might be a universal like.
It is though. That's what he's saying though. Is we've all dreamt of that whole thing, and like that I would have done this or I would have been on. I remember when I was a kid. I remember going, man, if I could go back 10 years, I would steal "Rocky Like a Hurricane," "Breaking the Chains" by Dokken. And I like have this song list, like, and that'd be my set. And like, oh man, everybody think I wrote it. And then they made a Beatles movie about it. I haven't seen it, but
we should do it for the show.
I think I just do the thing where I
We
just
should
feel
do
like
it.
if I could go back in time, I probably would have like gone to the gym real young and made it a good habit.
I do actually.
I do
go
that
back-
one.
I do go back
And
to
then I'd be like-
2014 where I'm just like, man, you were really in
Then I'd be
shape,
so
Garrett.
hot that I wouldn't even have to work hard, and I could.
If
just,
I
like,
could turn back time.
I often think, as we all do, like I think I went to Texas A&M not really knowing what I wanted to do with my life at all.
You weren't going there for the A or the M.
No, not for agriculture, not for mechanics.
Military.
You know,
it is mechanics, isn't it? Because engineers and
mechanical,
military
but
people
yeah.
go there, right?
But yes, and I went in as a journalism major.
Right, like
But
you do.
I look back on it and go, well, had I gone to UNT and got a radio television film, and then the ticket comes out like 2 years after, and I could be doing that instead of what I do now.
Gordo.
But also, what could have happened is I do that. I go back in time and I step my first foot onto campus at UNT and just get hit by a bus, and that's the end of it. So, would you trade?
You know why
all
I
the
would
things that you don't know
You
about?
know why I wouldn't
actually met Bowling for Soup.
I wouldn't have
And I
done
would have
any
been
of that.
hidden.
I wouldn't have done any of that because I would miss being here on this day with you guys.
Oh,
for our
my
300th
gosh.
episode.
Stupid. You should have gone
And
back in time.
I
probably would have done it to my history teacher.
would not
you know?
trade-
and like not send him to prison because I'd have like the brain of an adult woman.
Yeah.
Right.
How to
Nobody
get
else?
around it.
Yeah.
I would have put up
Nobody
more
would
of
want
a
to like
fight
take
with
their
my
adult
Uncle
sexual
Lonnie.
knowledge and take that shit back to high school and just like be like,
Oh, well, of
yeah.
course.
That's what I like about
That's
them
what
high
I
school
do.
girls.
I'd just be real slutty.
Same age.
You wouldn't have told
Oh,
your
she
Uncle
knows.
Lonnie he could treat you like a bowling ball.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I
Three
think I would have. I
fingers.
think I just would have hoarded up in high school, like you know.
I don't know. Dealing with boys in high school, they don't know what they're
Here's
doing.
the thing. I
Didn't work.
tried to hoard it up in high
Yeah.
school. I failed
I was
miserably.
gonna say I got no.
You know, I once went. I once
Yeah, I would have
went-
taken that the first time I thought I was fat body and just
let's
Yeah.
talk
just
about
ran it
that
all
later.
over town.
Jesus
We have a
Christ.
whole other
Ran it
show
all
for that.
over.
Yeah, I would have if I could just go back to 2014, I'd just skip the queso every once in a while.
Skip the
And
queso.
you know, like
Hey, it's
that's
no
gonna be
good at
delicious going in. Oh, it's terrible at Chipotle, but I mix in my own salsa and make it
Gross.
edible.
Make
Why
it
is that
gross.
Just edible, like not even.
Oh, it's terrible.
It's
the fucking
gritty
worst.
and weird.
It's the reason
Because
why
it's
It
from
is
California.
it's the reason
No offense, Sean.
Freebirds is far
Owned by
superior.
McDonald's.
Oh man,
Freebirds is superior.
we live
Freebirds is local.
30 minutes from a Freebirds and
That's-
probably have it once a week.
Little
Kelsey
trivia, a
drives her
little
ass down there
A&M trivia. Where did that start?
in College
In
Station.
College
College
Station.
Station.
And when I was a freshman, some of my dorm mates were like, "We're going over to Freebirds." You wanna
Dorm
go?"
mates.
Hey, mate,
Sorry.
we're going over to the Freebirds.
Boy, I'm going to tell you this right now. The next episode is going to be a shit show.
What episode?
We're all gonna.
Oh,
shut
Back
up
to the
ears.
Future 3 that we're
We've been on
recording,
here. We've been on here 3.5 hours.
and we're
What clip are we on?
Two.
Two.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's why I just poured my first drink.
You're a fucking genius.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
This is
I wasn't
smart.
trying to be like. I was just like, I'm gonna fucking try to time this.
Did you
Smart.
go?
You're just
and-
being judgy.
Did you go to College Station for 4 years? Did you stay the whole time?
No, I was only there 1 year.
Did you
Good for
do
you.
Good move.
yell practices and shit?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
That's
Everybody
a good,
does that
That's a
stuff.
good way to meet chicks, right? Like you would think,
What?
like
You just
could-
go out and yell?
Probably for some people.
If you're not me, yeah, I'm sure
Yeah.
plenty of
I
people.
feel like you could go to
If you were
a,
in the core,
Yeah, or just
and whatever happened to the
Normal.
bonfire? They don't do that anymore.
Oh, no,
Or-
people died.
the
yeah.
year
yeah,
after
it was
I
like
left,
a big horrible tragedy.
that
Yeah.
whole thing fell on
What year did
somebody.
you leave?
You know, blessing.
How was
Well, I
his-
was there.
What they did was
96 to
it was the
97.
year they decided to make it the shape of a giant human man, and it
Right.
wasn't like real
So
structural.
I was going
sound.
to talk about
Yeah.
that during the movie the other day, and
Mhm.
we were off on a tangent, and so I didn't.
No, I was wondering if anybody was going to go there.
Yeah.
That episode was a tangent, so
Yeah.
it was like just.
I was just dating my ex-wife at the time, and she was
You were married before?
yeah.
What?
And she
This comes up
was
like
an
every other
Aggie
episode.
and had done that and it was it was a fucking big deal, man. That was
Was she
fucked.
there when people died?
No, she was with me, which
Yeah, she was
basically I like to
Likely
think-
story.
I like to think I saved her life,
Yeah.
but I know how to save her life.
There's no way you did because you let her go to the World Trade Center on 9/11.
Jesus, I did do that, but I got her out of there. As quick
I
as
will say
could.
the Fray
The Dallas one, to clarify, if you didn't hear the last
Mm-hmm.
episode.
is a deceptively hard band to sing on karaoke because
I
I
could do it.
watched two guys get up there
yeah,
and they not that one but the other one. Everyone knows I'm in.
cable car, whatever.
Yeah, and
No, yeah, that one's real.
Everything
You have
started
to
out-
keep it right here, and it's hard to do that.
everything started out fine. I
Yeah.
never knew. And man, it gets to the chorus, and these two guys just might as well have. Just,
Might have just since you've been gone all over the place.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Everyone knows.
That's
You
a bit-
obviously have an amazing vocal range. That song was just a really.
that was a
just,
poor
it just
choice.
wasn't. It
yeah.
just wasn't for you that day.
Everybody just talks about how high I sing all the time. Apparently, not as high as I think I can.
Yeah, that was a little walk like a man.
Yeah, that.
It was.
Oh, don't start me.
Oh, bring out the
I
goat.
fucking lost.
I wasn't even on the show. I was in Galveston visiting family, and I was just watching it live, and like literally like drink out of my mouth, like oh my god.
I made Derek. We listened to that on our way home from. We were on a road trip, and I was like, I was on this, but you have to listen to it. I'll listen to it. This is the funniest episode ever.
Yeah.
I was driving home from work and had to pull over because I was crying from laughing.
That video of just
Baby, you're a
What'd you say, Shree?
yeah.
I did. I was like,
so
babe,
good.
listen
Hey,
to
yeah,
this.
you got to
This
listen to
shit's
this.
Walk like a man.
I think
Taylor
we need to,
Swift,
I think we need
Usher.
to go to Eric's karaoke place, get all the lung cancer,
Smoke all the cigarettes.
And-
Done.
and then yeah, that's it. That's all we're gonna do. And like, just I think you need like a what's it called?
A redemption?
A redemption, because you can take the. You
I
can
can
make the
take
key
it.
lower.
If I did that a full step down, I would nail it.
Okay, prove
Let's
it.
do it.
Yeah, I could know. Maybe a half step
Okay.
down, but for sure not
It's going
in
to
the
be
original
a
key.
podcast field trip. We're going to go to Hibachi first.
Oh shit!
And then we're going to go to this karaoke.
Yeah,
You know, it's a
I
shame.
would
they-
like to do lower
I'm gonna
9 to
have to
5
actually
because that's the
my
one that
boss
got me.
that
I was like,
go.
well, that's hard to do because I can do Jolene, but that
Yeah.
shit's like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
Out of bed in a storm.
All right, so we got a little foreshadowing here. They do. I think the whole read my facts thing is so fucking funny. Like that faxes were still going to be around.
Yeah.
You know, people are
I thought
fucking
that was funny,
flying.
too.
Yeah.
You know, and all of a sudden it just comes out of the thing, and then
In every room of the house, apparently.
yeah. Welcome home, Jennifer, and she basically sees herself, and that's a fucking big deal.
I'm
and,
old.
and here, Doc Brown says, you know, if I could go anywhere, I'd go to the Old West. You know, that's where I really like to go. A little foreshadowing there. Now, the city is fucked because if you build a casino anywhere, everything else goes to shit, which
That's
is
what they
why
say.
it's illegal in Texas. We don't want that here.
Yeah,
right?
What is?
Look at Durand, Oklahoma.
I'm just kidding.
You're right.
We want all the casinos here. How
I
much?
don't want them here.
How much? Why?
I
Because
we
that
don't
is the
need that.
weirdest fucking thing to say.
Why?
Because we take all this money to Oklahoma and Louisiana. Why don't we have it here?
And to India.
I don't
for
know.
the
For the,
Native
same, for the
Americans.
same
I
reason
mean,
that I'm glad we don't have
Native-
a Chinese food restaurant in walking distance from our house. I just don't need
Oh,
that here.
you don't personally need it.
I just don't think it would be good for either one of us.
Okay, me and you, but for the state, it would be fucking great.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Casey also didn't want liquor stores in Prosper.
No, I voted against him. I sure did, and everybody else, of course, didn't. And,
Yeah, did you
and guess what's
clutch
going to
your
happen?
pearls as you did it?
It's going to go to hell in a handbasket.
No, but I fucking am a big believer in keeping your fucking the house prices up, and they won't. They'll go down. It'll turn into Highland Village whenever it got all the liquor stores, and that area
And then
became
the
low end.
CBD
And
and
then
all
what's
the things.
And
to
then
be
what's going to
honest-
happen? They're going to
Yeah.
legalize marijuana, and then they're going to put the dispensaries right next to all the liquor stores, and then everybody's going to
Well,
freak out.
And
They
then
just sold
I'm
it
going to
to
put a
riffraff.
munchie shop right next
Yep.
to all the dispensaries.
There we go.
I'm gonna
Well,
get
no, I'm
fucking
in.
rich.
I if
like
you
munchies.
ever want me to invest in something, I'm in. Let's do a fucking one of those cookie places that's open.
Fuck
Inside.
yeah.
Okay,
We-
but actual cookies like
Listen.
Tiff Treats, not this,
No.
not
Yes,
this cake
Amy,
cookie.
Amy, you got.
Oh,
we drove
honey.
past. They have this place outside of American Airlines that's open late or whatever, and it's just these cookies. And I've been to one before, like out where there's closed. But this line, fucking down the goddamn block, for people buying these hot cookies off the thing because everybody's shit faced.
You're a hot
Anyway,
cookie.
I did not clutch my pearls, but I did clutch Jarrett's wallet real tight.
Yeah.
I was like, this is a terrible fucking business plan to put
Yeah.
liquor stores. It's right next door to our kids' karate practice. It's right next to they serve it beer by the school now. It's gonna fucking
Oh, you're-
lower
You're
the
just
prices. of
adding
houses.
booze to beer and wine that's for sale anywhere. Every
I drive to the liquor
You
store
don't
in
want
Gunter all the
Fireball?
time. Yeah, but I can drive 4 minutes up the road.
I brought some.
Me too.
Cool. Let's do that.
Oh shit!
No,
Is that about to happen?
No, I didn't bring any.
I
All right.
did.
I have some tiny ones.
We're gonna go to the next
bitties?
clip.
You're
This
tiny.
clip is called "God Bless America."
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Biff Tannen Museum, dedicated to Hill Valley's #1 citizen and America's greatest living folk hero, the one and only Biff Tannen. Of course, we've all heard the legend, but who is the man? Inside, you will learn how Biff Tannen became one of the richest and most powerful men in America. Learn the amazing history of the Tannen family, starting with his great-grandfather, Buford Mad Dog Tannen, fastest gun in the West. See Biff's humble beginnings and how a trip to the racetrack on his 21st birthday made him a millionaire overnight. Share in the excitement of a fabulous winning streak that earned him the nickname, the luckiest man on earth. Learn how Biff parlayed that lucky winning streak into the vast empire called Biffco. Discover how in 1979 Biff successfully lobbied to legalize gambling and turned Hill Valley's dilapidated courthouse into a beautiful casino hotel.
I just want to say one thing. God bless America.
Yeah, I mean, boy, is there anybody that can just play a piece of shit better than
He
him?
is so good.
He's so good at it.
It's really weird though the way that they went with his character again in this movie, because in the first one he's bumbling, he's kind of the bully, right?
Right.
But he's basically just harmless.
He's harmless, yeah.
But in the second one, like, this dude is committing murder.
Hold on.
No, in the first one, he was a little rapey.
He was gonna rape.
He was pretty bad.
Yeah, he was gonna rape my girlfriend.
True.
I'm sorry, Leah Thompson.
I do want to say this, that Rodon James gave Everett sent him a book. I'm 99% sure it was him. Sorry if it's not, but I'm pretty sure it was you, Rodon. But it was it's the Back to the Future like children's book.
Yeah, I think it was Rodon.
And it's just so funny because it like gets to like it literally has that in there. It's like, and then he was gonna be mean to her, so he stood up for her. And I'm like, okay,
there we go.
He was playing too rough.
Yeah.
Exactly. And Everett's just like, I almost want to go get it just to see what exactly it said, because it's interesting. So I'm like, we all
we
fucking
unlocked the door.
we
or-
really,
sorry.
yeah. Actually, I don't know if we can get in there anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so this does get a little dark, right? I mean, George has been dead for 12 years. His mom marries Biff,
Get some
obviously
big ol'
for
fake
the money. Got
boobs.
some big old fake
Huge.
boobs.
Mom, you're so
Mom, you're huge,
so
right?
So
sick.
much more of you.
Is that you? Yeah, back. I do. Okay, so all right. Let me back up to something I said earlier, and
You love this.
I want to retract something. I think some of the revisitations are good and quality. I really liked this, the back on the good old 27th floor. I really, really liked that. I didn't feel like, and especially it wasn't overt. It was subtle and cool. And it makes you go, oh, okay. Like you want to like point at the person next to you going, oh shit, did you catch that? It's like because when he woke up with the Calvin Klein and the stuff, you know.
What about on the McFly homestead?
Yep.
How did you feel about that one?
Tell me again.
Back to the Future 3, the
Okay.
homestead. She goes, you're back here on the McFly.
On the McFly
farm
homestead.
or
Well, we're not
homestead.
talking
Yeah.
about that movie right now, Rich.
Okay, I'm just trying to tie it all together because these are three very interrelated
It's
movies.
girlfriend.
It's for
Jarrett.
Yeah, I'd also like to point out that
Foreshadowing.
Rich was the one that tried to keep it in order.
What?
You were being the Rich under that one.
Oh, my, how the turntables.
Oh, what
have-
did I do?
You said that's not the movie we're talking about, Rich, but Rich used to get on to you for not talking about the thing that we're talking about. So
No,
you
no,
were
no,
being
but
the Rich.
Arthur
You
is
still
the
have
movie.
PTSD about like, oh, we can't talk about that yet. And we all say to you, yes, you can.
You don't talk about
Yes,
Bruno.
you can.
Oh,
You
That
can
was
talk
on
about
Pop
things in
Radio.
whatever order you want to because you're a big boy.
Fine.
Is that a fat joke?
You see that big weenie?
You know, a bunch of cocks slapped in my face. You've got AIDS.
Yes, you've got AIDS.
Not HIV, but full blown AIDS.
I'm sorry, it couldn't be something less serious. You got
the AIDS. God, let's talk about
what?
this really quickly. Has that I honestly don't know the answer to this, but I think that I might. Okay, I shouldn't have said any of that. Is Family Guy the funniest fucking show that's ever existed in the history of the world? Like to
It's
me,
pretty good.
I think.
Yeah.
I really liked Roseanne.
So it's
Meat
first of all,
sandwiches.
first of all,
I
I would
wasn't
like.
allowed
hate
to
that
watch
First
show
of all, I would
so
like to
much.
take credit for this. Two girls on the
One
show
show.
that both think Family Guy's funny.
Absolutely.
Okay, I think Family Guy. Who knows? It's subjective about what is the funniest thing that's ever been on TV. Some people think MASH. Some people think
No.
Cheers. Some people
No.
think Friends. Whatever the fuck the fuck you think it is.
Mm-hmm.
But what Family Guy did that maybe rivaled only by The Simpsons, and maybe not even that, are these little side offshoot comments, pop culture references, little things that just apply to everyone in kind of a very in-your-face way,
Right.
while the rest of the story's happening.
Yeah.
And they'll just do this sidebar. Like I remember,
South Park kind of does that.
yeah, and this spray painting of "Enough already, John Mayer."
Yeah.
Like,
well, just so the other cartoons make fun of Family Guy for doing this was like the time I tried to sell warmth to Lara Flynn.
But that's,
but I'm going to tell you this right now. When he joins Big Brothers or whatever, and he takes the little black kid golfing, and he says to him, he goes, "Hey,
Dom, can you
he goes,
hop on?
He goes, hey, for the rest of the day, will you call me Mr. Drummond?" Like, so that's a
very specific.
It's a very specific joke. It's to anybody who ever watched Different Strokes.
Yeah. What you talking about with it?
I literally couldn't control myself with laughter. Like I just don't think. I think Seinfeld is really funny. Cheers was a funny show. You know, Casey watches Friends and all
Cheers. I've seen Cheers
I mean, there's funny stuff that happens on Friends. It
Yeah,
really
once
is
every
funny.
4 episodes.
Well, but you watch it with the sound off. It's just nipples everywhere. It's the fucking
That's
best.
so true.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah,
but that's not
nipples
funny.
through the 90s.
Aniston Nipples is a good name for an album. But the funny shows to me, I think South Park has done it a few times. And I don't think every episode of Family Guy is funny. Let me be on record of saying that. But there are episodes of Family Guy to where I can't fucking control myself there's a couple of South Parks. Butter's Bottom Bitch is the fucking funniest thing I've ever seen, actually. So do you know what I'm saying? Yes, I believe I do know what you were saying. You don't have to keep saying that.
What? It can be number 1, but if everything else is 2 through 10, then maybe it's not the funniest thing. But
I just don't know. Has there ever been anything that funny? Where literally we're all sitting in a room, and if I was like, okay, what's everybody's favorite bit from Cheers? I wouldn't have one. You know what I mean? But if you were like, hey, what's your
would it just be Norm?
The one where Lilith comes in and is very uptight.
No, that's not true. The funniest thing is because Lilith, whenever she got pregnant and all of a sudden she wasn't uptight, and she'd just walk in and be like, "I'm a portal of life." Like that's how I was when I was pregnant. And I think that's funny. Anyway, continue.
Never seen Cheers. So.
No?
Nope.
No, it was actually the longest running comedy, I think, until The Simpsons.
No.
And I think that Diane sucked. No?
Frasier was the spinoff of it.
Frasier was the spinoff of it.
That's right.
I had a thing for Roz.
Oh yeah,
I liked Roz.
Oh yeah.
Which
one is Roz?
I like
everybody. Oh,
I like both of them.
Yeah.
The Roz
and
the housekeeper Daphne.
Daphne, yeah, I like Daphne, but there's something about Roz. I don't know.
Well, it's because, I mean, Roz was the dirty one, right?
Yeah.
You knew she was dirty, and Daphne was the sweet, innocent one that you would bring home to mom, and she had the accent. So.
And then she banged Niles, and you're just like, what the fuck did I miss?
That's why I didn't watch Frasier anyway. It was just a bunch of fucking bald guys. Like,
at
least Cheers had like a hot alcoholic baseball player. You know what I mean?
And on Designing
Dancing.
And on Designing Women.
It's weird that none of the women didn't like Frasier. Like, what the fuck? No.
Nobody. Still, Kelsey Grammer. Nobody likes that guy. What's so funny?
Kelsey Grammer has the biggest forehead I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Because he does that mid-Atlantic fake accent.
Yeah,
and then there's
which they do on Family Guy all the time.
Then it's just old. Then it's just like one really, really old guy, and he's funny. Y'all over there like, who's hotter,
and the
Roz
dog.
or
she goes.
The dog was funny.
Frasier. It's just a bunch of bald guys. Is the fucking funniest thing I've ever heard in my life.
That's why only dudes like Frasier. There's no attractive men on Frasier.
My mouth hurts from smiling. Oh,
from what?
No,
from smiling.
They were just
smiling like a donut.
No, all the guys were like way too old and way too out. Like the girls were all out of their league.
But that wasn't the point of that show. The point of the show was. The point of the show is that he had graduated from that whole going in and out of the bar and all of that into he moves to Seattle.
Respectable.
And he's
and y'all have been sitting here talking about which one of the girls you thought was hotter. That's why women didn't like watching Frasier. There was no there wasn't even
I'm telling you, the Frasier, that whole show was the fucking dad.
Is there
that's what I'm saying. I said there was one super old guy there for comic relief.
That guy, everything that motherfucker said was so well written and funny and
sarcasm.
It was amazing that just this guy, and he loved that stupid dog so much. Oh, it's a great show.
Eddie,
yeah. And then everybody started getting. This is a true story actually about that, Eric. after this show, Frasier,
people got these Jack Russells.
Everybody starts to get these Jack
I thought
Russells.
that was because of Wishbone.
Wishbone, yeah, for sure.
Okay, so anyway, so these Jack Russells are actually they're cute, but they're the worst dog that you could ever own. All of the ones that are stars are on TV they're stars because they got adopted because people were like, this fucking dog sucks.
You know why they suck? Because they're super smart. And so, like, I had a beagle at one time, and they're fucking retarded.
Well, they're terrible.
They're fucking retarded.
They're terrible.
Was that a my dog Skip dog?
They're terrible in the backyard too. Those fucking beagles are just like
they're
they're
so stupid, and so you can't do anything with them. Like, they're just so stupid. But on the other hand, Jack Russells are really, really intelligent dogs, apparently, and so you can try to train them. But it's only up to them whether or not they want to be trained.
Sure.
And the answer usually is
no.
Yeah.
They're like a cat.
So fuck you. Yes.
Jack Russell.
Like, you see these videos of
and your band Great White
of like veterans coming home from like overseas, and their dogs like go absolutely nuts and they're shitting themselves and oh my God. And then you do the same thing with like, here's a video of a cat reacting to their owner coming back from Kuwait, and the cat just looks up and then like licks its own asshole again. Like, that's what a Jack Russell would do. It just is like,
but then it would just go take a shit on the floor.
Yeah, like these dogs.
Yeah, they're terrible
so
dogs.
Smart that they suck.
Yeah, they're pretty
kind of
bad.
like me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get that. All right, so
prove it. Lick your own asshole.
Let's check.
Man,
it out.
if I could lick my
Like
own
one leg up,
asshole,
he would never leave the house.
Yeah.
You'd be very sick.
Yeah, let's say you'd have like some health issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's got to be your asshole.
For the win in this
George
segment.
McFly, guys, has been murdered.
Oh no!
And they did not suspect Biff.
Of course not.
Why
Even
not?
after he admitted
Because
it?
he owns the police.
He owns the police. All right. So anyway, it's like look at
Every
his,
breath you take.
look at his pocket through the magnifying glass, right?
And there it was.
Mm-hmm.
On his 18th birthday, he went and bet the ponies.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And he goes, and Marty's like, he stole my idea. Like, nobody had ever thought of that
you
before.
can't be pissed about this.
Yeah,
like, this is
exactly.
just a natural course.
Kid's
of
a fucking actually, Grandpa fucking Biff is a fucking genius. Is what happened.
Right.
Yeah. Why did he? By the way,
and he gets out of that car.
Why did it seem like he was about to die?
Like he was Fred Sanford.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
this
because
is
he
the big
came
one.
back from the space-time continuum.
No,
shitter.
Woody's gonna drop some knowledge on you
I
right
know why.
now.
Okay, let's see it.
We read about.
Let's
this.
hear it.
Originally,
Well, I read about it. How did I know that he was about to drop some knowledge on
Because
you?
he perks up and gets his goddamn list out.
Yeah, I do. I perked.
Well, we read the
I
same.
fucking perked. So anyway, remember in the original one when Marty was the parents were breaking up and he was starting to fade out, right?
Yeah.
What they had originally planned was because he went back and gave that book to him, he's eventually like fading out of existence.
That's not
too.
him. Yeah.
And so when he's getting out of the car, like that's him like reacting
Starting
to
to happen.
yeah. Like bad shit's happening because he's
It
gonna
started
be
with
gone.
his feet.
But they pulled it out.
But they pulled out that scene.
Yeah.
And it
So it kind of just seems like
Kinda-
the whole thing was a little
That's a much
rough.
better way of
yeah, like it was edited
Like being
poorly.
on the Texas Giant. Like, I know that that's an awesome roller coaster.
No, it's not.
It is
It's
a
old
it
and
is
shaky
a
and it'll give you
minute.
whiplash.
It's a
And
minute and a half car wreck.
And it
is
killed
what that is.
somebody.
People die on that.
Plus, somebody died.
I'm surprised
It's
you
the
didn't know
least
that.
awesome roller coaster there is.
All right. Well,
Anyway,
thanks for
go
letting
ahead
me
with your
finish,
story.
everybody.
Wow.
Shaken baby syndrome.
Should have led with like the
Whoopsie.
Titan or something. I don't know.
Can we edit that?
Anyway,
out?
I know that it's a big roller coaster that's supposed to be awesome, but that thing fucking sucks because you get off of it and it feels like
Yeah.
you were in a
Somebody
car wreck
died on
and
it.
somebody died on it. That
Yeah.
it's the worst cocksucking thing ever.
It's fucking terrible.
right. So that's all I'm saying. Maybe he went. You go
So
through
it's
all that.
interesting because we thought you were going to say it was awesome.
But the
you were
thing
just going to
was,
agree with all
is
of
when
it.
they built that.
No, I
it was
wasn't
supposed-
agreeing with you. You were agreeing with me. I was the
too
one
late.
When they built that, though, it was supposed to be like, this is going to be this. It's the biggest wooden roller coaster. Blah blah blah.
Yeah,
thing.
that's true. They did.
And they were everybody was, oh my god! And you wrote it for. I swear, I was a kid when I rode this for the first time, and I got off that thing going, man, I can't move
fucking
my back.
sucks. Yeah.
Like this was fucking terrible.
Any update on your neck?
It was fine.
What about your back?
Your pussy or your crack?
Yeah.
Better now.
Is
There
that
we
what you're
go.
doing right now? Okay. I don't know. I didn't know.
You don't know that song?
No. My back, my neck,
My
neck,
neck.
and my
My
back.
neck.
My back.
My back.
Lick my pussy and my crack.
Oh man.
There he
God
goes.
damn it.
I don't know that one.
Yes, you do. You were just setting me up.
Lick my back and my neck and my back and my neck. I don't know that song. That's
How was my back,
my
pussy?
My back, it's my back.
How was my
pussy.
back, pussy?
Don't forget my back, pussy.
Did we ever do that on this
Dude,
show, or we decided we can't because you'll just spend the whole time going,
There's no way.
Yeah, I think
throw the Jew in the well.
Do not shrink me, gypsy.
Give me your tears, Gypsy.
This is my wife.
Number 2 prostitute.
Number
cannot
one
afford.
prostitute, all of Kazakhstan.
What is the thing? It goes, this is my mother. She 46 years old or something. She's like 98.
Yeah.
That's why we can't do the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I have
That's
step.
fair.
He cannot.
No, because I get to clock radio, he get clock radio. I get step, he get the step. Oh no, I did it backwards. I get the step, he get the step. I get clock radio, he cannot afford. Great success.
How much?
This VCR record.
Okay, so only
What is this?
That's why.
cementing
This is,
why we
cheese.
can't.
What is this? This is cheese.
This
What is
cheese.
this? What is this?
This cheese.
And what is this?
It's cheese.
What is this? This rice?
It's cheese.
Okay. And what is this?
That's cheese.
This also serves cheese.
You might be able to do a whole episode of this show by yourself
Yeah.
if it was Borat.
For sure.
Just you and Sean.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you just start.
I
And
got
then
some-
it reminds you of something you found funny.
Man, there are moments in that movie where I literally could not breathe from laughing. Like
Yeah.
it when he is in the goddamn dinner and he goes, "I need to make," you know, or whatever. And then he's in the bathroom and they're just talking about, oh my God, I just think he is so interesting, because I mean, they don't know any better over there, or whatever. And then the hooker shows up or whatever.
I have to ask you to leave.
I'm going to have to ask you to leave. Oh my God. So fun.
Dinner
And then
is now
the
over.
thing at the end, like, and my manager leave me, he take my bear. Anyway, so
I saw
Back to
that
the
movie
Future
the first
too.
time
Yeah.
in Afghanistan.
Did
Like,
you?
with
Oh.
my buddies.
I bet that was fun. I bet
It
that
was
was
interesting.
How far is Kazakhstan from
I mean, that had-
Afghanistan?
Not that far.
really
The
interesting.
stands are all real.
Yeah. I mean, but you guys
Uzbekistan.
welcomed laughter over there, right? I
Oh, all
mean,
the time.
Didn't you?
yeah.
Oh yeah, we welcomed laughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or did you not?
No.
Serious business over there.
No, I mean, look, when stuff is bad, laughter is actually what gets you through. Like we
Yeah.
make fun of so much stuff,
Mhm.
and it's dark shit.
I've always
honestly.
said that it's the best.
I can only
medicine.
imagine because
It's
like
really profound.
honestly, even being a human who is super, super blessed to have never to have you guys to go over there and do that so that I didn't have to, like in certain situations where it's like, all right, guys, your dressing room is this bathroom right here. It's open to the public or whatever. And you're just like, this is as bad as shit could ever fucking get, Yeah. And you're right. I mean, even in those situations, it gets dark or whatever, but I can only imagine. And you know what? I mean, I remember when I got off we got off the plane when we did Korea, that's that thing over there. We did Korea, that like it was just dirty joke after dirty joke with these guys that came to get us or whatever. And it was like, okay, so this is the vibe here. Like nothing is off limits. You can literally say anything you want until the show when the commanding officers are there and all this and this. But when you're around these dudes, literally like the most fucked up shit you can say is what they just need it.
Oh yeah. Not only will they say it or repeat it, but some of the stuff that they tell you, you're like, wow, man, that's great, but really fucked up.
Yeah.
Never say that again.
You want to talk about something serious for a second?
Sure.
Okay. So when you watch the stuff that's going on today in the news, right? You watch the stuff that's going on today.
Thanks, buddy.
Like, are you got it? Is there part of you that's just like, God damn it? Like, because like I know a lot of veterans are going over there and like trying to help and
Soldiers
train
of
and
Fortune.
shit. You know, I mean, and there's no pressure in this question.
Yeah.
How do you feel when you watch that shit? Because to me, I'm just like, Jesus Christ, those are just people. Like the people shooting the people don't want to shoot the fucking people.
Right.
Yeah.
But they're doing their job.
When it comes, like, obviously, I have never been in the Russian military. I know that's crazy, but I haven't.
Yet.
But I'm assuming, I'm assuming that just like American military, everything's orders based. And if you receive an order, if it's a lawful order, such as we're going to go to war with this country and shoot them, you obey the order.
Yeah, you
it's
do what
lawful.
you're supposed to do, right?
Whether you want to do it or not. Now, the political side of it and everything else, I could give a shit less. I've never cared about any of that. My job has been A1 to go out and perform my mission to protect the guys to the left and right of me.
Yep.
The rest of it, I could give a fuck less about.
That makes a lot of sense.
So now that I'm out, now the guys that I know that may have the ability to go over there, man, I feel for them. And I want them to do like whatever they need to do to survive and come back.
Mm-hmm.
They're my boys.
Yeah.
Me personally, I'm out for a reason. I'm fucking broke. I don't want to go over there.
Sure.
I don't want to do any of that shit.
Yeah, totally.
I played my game.
By the way, if you guys are new to the show, Woody did 11 or 14?
10.
10. Okay.
Somewhere
17.
between 3
it was
and
between
25.
8 and no, but 10 fucking tours. 10 tours of the Middle East.
And they weren't just 3 hours. Like these
No.
months.
My God.
Roadhouse. No Gilligan. No Professor.
Wow.
Definitely no Marianne.
No Skipper.
Definitely no Marianne. But seriously, like there are some girls there, right?
Yeah, barrack whores, right? Is that not what they call them?
Yeah.
Not for
we
him,
don't actually
Cherie.
call them barracks whores. Cherie was
Oh,
in the
Cherie
military.
was-
Hey, Cherie.
What did they
look
call
at
you
her.
there, Cherie?
Wait, Kidney Pete, what are you talking about? Were you in the service?
Just over here processing Jason's metabolism or bile.
Ibuprofen. Just go
What
with
is it?
ibuprofen.
Well,
What does
I
do?
it's a fucking hard thing to watch on television. This isn't a political show, so I'll get out of this. But I do.
I mean, I do think the thing that the Demeturds get wrong
What?
is,
Demeter. I've not heard that
I
one.
don't know, whatever there's always some creative, like,
Yeah. Oh, no, I've heard all the other ones. I've not heard of
Democrats.
Demeter.
Democrats would have been better.
I mean, we can just say this and we can move on from it.
Okay.
Anytime that life is lost for political or monetary gain, it's not worth it. And so if that's what's going on, it shouldn't be going on.
Yep, totally.
There it
Bill
is.
Burr has this thing where it's just so poignant to what you're saying, pertinent to it. I don't know. Ignore
Poignant
that.
was good.
Stay
Stay
okay,
with
thank you. Bill Burr just goes, you know what we ought to do is just not do it. It's like all these rich guys will be like, hey, go shoot this guy. And you're just like, you know what? Fuck it. Y'all go work this out.
Yeah, no thanks.
Like, I mean,
well, those are the war chickens, right? Who,
but look, I
not
get
sending their
but
kids over
your
there.
mission was
Right.
completely different. Obviously, your missions were completely different than what this is. This is like, those dudes having to go in and do, and these guys are breaking down and like, Jesus Christ, I don't want to blow up a baby hospital. I mean, it's fucked. Anyway, let's get out of this.
It's just like a little teeny tiny hospital.
Yeah. It's a hospital for
ants. Yeah.
Big.
Don't fucking step on that. Blow it up.
How are they even going to fit in there?
They can't even read good.
They can't. They're not even good.
You haven't even seen Zoolander. You don't get to do it.
Oh, no, I haven't seen Zoolander.
Oh, I've seen it.
Yeah.
All right. Sean, we add that to the list of movies to do for
Zoolander.
Blue Steel
podcast.
It's on my list over here.
All right. So I, at this point, said that when the bumbling idiots are chasing him down the stairs, that this franchise is forever tarnished.
No,
that's what I wrote. That's what I wrote.
Forever tarnished.
Like you literally just
What are
took
you
a-
like D'Artagnan,
you
like
took a
slapping
$1 billion franchise, and
a
you were just
glove
like, "Here's
across
what
their
we'll
face.
do. Here's what we'll do. We'll send some bumbling fucking idiots down the fucking stairs looking for them. Let's get them, guys. Come on, let's go. You know, and they fucking, it's so
But that's the
ridiculous
followers
and
of Biff.
bad.
You're gonna have
It's
idiots
but they
following you.
weren't like that in the first thing. They might as well have been the fucking guys from another movie where they're not like that.
Right.
Yeah,
I remember that one.
About
Anchorman.
Godfather. Right. All right. So Jennifer and
That was you.
Einstein are actually
Nice one.
left there. And he's like, dude, we can't leave them here. They'll be fine. Because in this particular situation of time travel, the world will just fix itself. Right. So it'll just fix it. Otherwise, we would have to go get them. But since we're here, it's all making sense. Isn't this all getting a little bit too complex?
But
and
that's the deal
intertwined?
with the space-time continuum. I don't want to have to explain it to you because
Okay,
it's
well, then
pretty,
don't.
It's pretty heady stuff. But I mean, like,
I'd
it
like
is
to know.
complicated. You guys ever seen this movie, this documentary, The Butterfly Effect?
I love that documentary.
Because
with Demi Moore?
Because what they say is one little flap of butterfly wings that turns into a breeze, that turns into a wind, that turns into some meteorological event, you know, it can change the whole like outcome of basically everything. And it's kind of like the transitive theory of time, right, Jared?
Yep.
Where
don't do that. I'm paying attention.
No, you're not. You're typing.
I have a big announcement, but I'm going to wait for you to be done. Keep going.
What is the announcement?
I'm not interrupting what you're saying. Your thing is obviously fucking great.
Anyway, it's like that.
Is that right? Now,
So now what's your thing?
ladies and gentlemen, Gage Strickland, his
Is
wife's water
gay.
has broken.
Oh!
There they go.
And there they go.
They are going to have a baby to celebrate the 300th episode of Jared Goes to the Movies.
She's going to have the baby before this ends.
100%.
I don't know. 40 to 45%, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Oh shit! Go Gage. Who wrote that?
Everybody.
Jared Goes to the Movies.
I did.
Jarrett goes to movies, Bowling for Soup.
Bowling for Soup TV.
All right, so he's going to kill 2 McFlys with the same gun. Marty drops off the roof, and in this amazing, here's the thing, right? He's not fucking immortal. He's just back in time, right?
Yeah.
So motherfucker becomes Spider-Man all of a sudden. Like
He jumped
hey,
up because he knew it was there. It's not the other way around.
Eric, when's the last time you jumped off a fucking building onto a car?
Well,
that's
if I
floating?
saw the car
saw
there,
it.
and that was the only other option besides getting shot.
And the car
yes,
is made out of aluminium.
Boy, that's such a British thing to say with your advertisements that we play.
Okay, first of all, advertisements is from David Letterman. Aluminium is 100% electricity. I have to pee. We have 3 more clips. We're going to get through them pretty quick because
are we though?
We've been on here for
It's 5 o'clock.
For 4 hours.
We've been on here for 4 hours, and we still have another episode.
Kelsey
to do.
said, "Do you think it's going to be like midnight before you go?" And I said, "I can't imagine.
There's
that it
no
would
way
be
that's going to be a thing."
I mean, it doesn't seem like it. Babe, it might be midnight.
What's y'all's child's bedtime? Ours is 8:30.
Yeah.
We'll be at it. We'll be at it. Y'all hang out. We'll be right back. Yeah. You know what? We're back from the break. Let's go to our third submitted video.
Holy sheep dip. 300 episodes of a podcast is freaking amazing. It really is. I mean, I've had 300 episodes of a podcast, but I counted by 100s, so it's not the same. Guys, really, you've come such a long way where you started off with Rich and Jarrett, and then Casey came in a short time later where you would go, a long time without ever talking about the movie to now. Well, you still go a long time without talking about the movie, but you do it with Eric and Amy and Sean. So you got that going for you. Listen, guys, I love you. Keep up the good work. and I'll see you guys later.
Man, we love you, Butch. Man,
He's
again,
so good. If you everyone should follow him on TikTok. He does dad jokes and all types of stuff, and it's just golden.
October 2016 as well. That's how long he's been doing this shit, man.
Oldies but goodies.
Yeah, that is great. Thank you, Eric, for reminding us that we needed to get to that because we would have never.
Well, as
associate director, producer,
co-host in charge, I think it's important that we
the
stay.
Chick. You're the chick
that we stay on schedule.
Co-host in charge, the Chick.
Oh yeah,
Or
because
she.
the first letter of each thing.
Yeah, see what I did?
Yeah.
Sean, let's go to a clip.
Sunrise should be in about 22 minutes. You go into town, track down young Biff, and tail him. Sometime today, old Biff will show up to give young Biff the almanac. Above all, you must not interfere with that event. We must let old Biff believe he succeeded so that he'll leave 1955 and bring the DeLorean back to the future.
Right.
Once old Biff is gone, grab the almanac any way that you can. Remember, both of our futures depend on this.
You'll have to remind me of that, Doc.
Here's some binoculars and a walkie-talkie so we can keep in contact. I'll stay here and try to repair the short in the time circuit. That way we don't risk anyone else stealing the time machine, and I won't risk accidentally running into my other self.
The other self?
Yes. There are now two of me here, and there are two of you here. The other me is a Dr. Emmett Brown from 1955. The younger me that helps the other you get back to 1985. Remember the lightning bolt at the clock tower?
Yeah.
That event doesn't happen until tonight, so you must be very careful not to run into your other self.
So I'm going to do a little detour here. We're obviously kind of already all over the place on this thing. It's not, no. We're going to talk about the movie, but what I have here is Rod and James sent me the casting list for Doc Brown. Okay. So they already have in line for Marty,
Eric Stoltz,
C. Thomas Howell, Ralph Macchio.
All right.
Okay. All right. So those are or John Cusack, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. So
I can
John
see him.
Cusack, which
I could see
actually,
it.
that's kind of the only one I really.
I can see C. Thomas Howell.
C. Thomas Howell, I think, back in the day.
I can see that.
Outsiders. He
Yeah.
was Pony Boy, right?
Yeah, and he did a movie called Soul Man that will never
Soul
be
Plane.
shown on
Soul Plane.
television ever in the history of the world.
My God, it's the entire thing is blackface.
It's blackface the
Yeah.
entire time.
Yep.
You know, we don't have enough of that
in theater anymore. Now the rest of us have gone out on a limb and said there's no more blackface, but
I'm saying that there are
challenged
specific
that.
instances, like Tropic Thunder,
Sure.
where if you're doing blackface as a front to blackface,
right,
I think it's okay.
As long as you're anyway.
But it's got to be your
thing.
face.
Yeah.
Your face.
Yeah.
Right. All right, guys, let's talk about this. So those are the guys that they're thinking about for Marty. Now I have quite a list here, and I think it's actually worth reading them. Jeff Goldblum.
Hate that.
No.
So I'll tell you when they actually have a check mark beside them. Okay.
What does that mean?
Means that like they're not crossed off for whatever reason. Jeff Goldblum, check mark. John Lithgow.
That could work.
Maybe.
I think that might have worked.
Yeah. He was great in season 3 of Dexter.
Joe Piscopo.
No. Jesus Christ.
All right.
That little shit.
Peter Boyle. He
was the dad on
Ray.
on
Darby
Raymond.
O'Gill and the
Yeah.
little people and shit.
I can
Isn't
see that. I
And
can see
he
that.
was the monster in Young Frankenstein.
Yep, true.
He's the-
Donald Sutherland.
Mm-mm.
No.
Dabney Coleman, the boss in 9 to 5.
Wait, you're going too fast.
9 to 5.
Yep.
What's that guy's name?
Well, I
Dabney
can't, because I got to get through. It's a
Well,
really.
I'm trying to look at who these people are.
No, I don't like Dabney.
We're just
Dabney Coleman.
No, I don't like that one.
Dabney?
Daphne.
No, Dabney.
Dabney.
He was Major Dad.
That's a
right?
made up name.
No. That's not Major Dad.
That's-
Dabney Coleman was in 9 to 5. And
That's the guy that was married to Delta Burke.
He was on Golden Pond.
What was that guy's name though?
Yes, he was. He wasn't the main guy, but he was in there.
Looking it up.
I
What's
don't
the
even
name
know
of the
what he
guy
would
that
have
was
been
married
in
to
on
Delta
Golden
Burke?
He was
Bill
Oh no,
Ray.
that's
Billy-
Baker Dad.
Bill Ray.
McCraney.
Yeah, that guy was on Simon and
Gerald.
Simon.
Gerald McCraney.
All right,
Who you don't hear much from anymore these days.
This is interesting. Ron Silver, who is the casino owner in Ocean's 11.
I can see that. Now that I see him older.
I don't see it.
Well, now that I see him older, I could kind of see
But
it.
back then, he was too. I think he was
No.
too kind of hip. You know,
Yeah.
Robin Williams would have fucking been great.
Oh,
Of
sure.
course. He would have overacted the shit out of this.
100%.
Oh yeah.
It would have been funny.
John Cleese.
Yeah, I would
like
have
John
watched
Cleese,
that.
yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Monty Python, sure.
Yep.
Anything.
Yeah,
John
that would have been
Cleese,
good.
Like,
I
Okay.
agree. This is an interesting one to me,
Denzel.
and this one actually has
Why are y'all laughing?
Mandy
Because
Patinkin.
he'd be too young.
Oh, man, I think it would have been great
I
for
think
this.
he would have been really good.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think the dynamic would have been really, really different, but it would have worked.
He's my
Interesting. I
my
didn't
number
know-
one so far out of all the ones you've
I
seen.
didn't know
No.
that was his name.
I don't think so. Like,
Mandy Patinkin?
if I
Yep.
think
Yeah.
about him as Inigo Montoya, this would be in around the same time frame.
Yep.
But it doesn't have to
Inigo
be.
Montoya
They're
as
actors.
No,
Doc.
I don't- no.
actors. They
I
You're
know,
allowed to
Mandy
but-
Patinkin, though, that guy can.
We
He's
saw him
He's
in,
an actor's actor.
what-
That guy is.
Yeah, he's good.
What was he in that we watched
Homeland.
recently?
Homeland. Yeah, he's in
No,
Homeland.
No,
The
he was in a
movie we
movie that we
watched,
saw
And
recently.
he strips naked and like sings.
Oh, it was
That's right. He's
Shit.
like doing a one-man show or something, right?
no, yeah, it was.
What movie was
It was
that?
Run, Ronnie,
remember.
Run.
Yeah, it was.
Oh yeah.
See, you liked it.
They had, he was
Ah.
playing. He was playing Ronnie
Gotcha.
in Ronnie the Musical.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I
So good.
No, I don't like that one.
You guys will have to look this next one up.
Okay.
I know who it is, but
Oh well.
Hmm.
Treat Williams.
Yeah, you're right.
So
That's not
look
gonna
that up, and you'll recognize him. He was in
Treat.
he was in a cop show for a while.
Oh yeah, he looked. Nope, I don't like that one either.
Missing. It's
He's
the
too attractive.
The missing person thing is what it is.
Treat Williams.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, his name
Yeah.
really is Treat.
Yeah.
Richard Treat.
All right, this
Williams.
one I definitely don't
Dick
get.
Treat.
Here we go. Mickey Rourke. I
Oh.
don't get that.
No.
No.
This actually, again, this next one, guys, I
No.
sort of see it. Gene Hackman,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
think would have fucking nailed this.
Yeah, he was just coming off of Mississippi Burning, and this would have been kind of a perfect.
Right up his alley.
I don't think I like that one
Same
either.
genre.
Next one, I do not like Alan Arkin. I'm
No.
not a fan of that. There, that's
Alan Alda, maybe.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
I like that.
Who
Oh,
is
why not?
Alan Arkin might have been okay.
the next one? It says David Dukes. Is that the racist?
Yeah,
from
the
fucking-
KKK guy from Louisiana.
Who's
That's no
David
S at the
Dukes?
David Duke.
Ah!
He was the cousin of Bo and Luke.
Yeah, long lost Duke brother.
No, that was like Chet,
Chet and
Jerry.
God, what were their names? That was terrible.
Gary.
All right,
and
what is
Dave.
David Dukes? Do we know him from anything?
He's in a million movies, but I've never heard of any of them.
Yeah.
No.
Rawhead, Rex, Date with an Angel, Without a Trace, The Love Letter, TikTok, Rose Red, First Deadly
Gods and
Sin,
Monsters.
No idea.
The Men's Club.
All right, Charles Grodin. You guys remember that guy?
Yeah.
Nope.
From Falcon Crest or
No.
Charles Dynasty.
Oh, that guy. Nope, I don't like him
Nope,
for that
don't like
either.
it.
All right, this next one, I think this one may take everybody number one.
Okay.
Gene Wilder.
No.
No.
Well,
Gene Wilder.
I
in
could
this.
see it. That might
Yeah.
be top 2 or 3 out of that whole list.
Right.
Yes.
Do you feel like because he was Willy Wonka,
No, it's the
you
young.
don't want to see him? You don't.
Eccentric.
It's another crazy
Yeah.
guy.
No, and he already did Young Frankenstein and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
yeah, just
Now,
Okay.
any one of the 13 people you just named,
Yep.
20 years later,
Mm-hmm.
probably would be more willing to talk about their role in Back to the Future than Christopher Lloyd.
or
Does
say
he not
hi,
talk about it?
or say hello at an airport.
Hold on, whoa, hold on. Does he?
Hates
What?
it.
Really?
Apparently, he's got some other
Great
large body
Scott.
of work.
What? Roger Rabbit? He's terrible in that.
it defined.
Look,
my
the guy
He's
is
an artist.
not
Taxi?
happy about
The fuck?
having been in these movies, or at least
It is one of the
happy
most.
about talking about it.
It is easily one of the most recognizable characters in the history of motion pictures.
And he's not into it.
Because
he's a
fucking believer.
Fucking cocksucker.
Well, I will tell you
And if
this.
you're listening right now, I don't mean that. I just
Yes, you do.
One time we were leaving the UK.
Yeah, you have us.
Yeah, we were leaving the UK,
I've had
and we were in the lounge in the American. I'm not trying to flex. But we were in the lounge.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Drinking
there he
daiquiris.
is. Christopher Lloyd is there, and he's in line. He's getting some cereal and some raisins or some shit. That's what they have.
Raisin bran.
Yeah, they make that
Bran.
together. now.
You're right.
Raisins.
Man, I could
comes all in one box.
could have picked any two things. And I picked those two fucking things, and here we are.
Oh no!
Can't get
She's
to the
doing it.
fucking thing.
What?
All right,
Who was snorting?
David Dooley.
Oh, I thought that was you.
I can throw my snorts now.
All right, and so there he is. Now, I am completely sober, but
First time for everything.
now I don't like to drink the night before we come. I like to be sober on the flight home. I stay awake. It's a whole thing. I have my systems for everything.
Sure.
And so Derek and Tony, two of my crew guys.
Derek Pitzinger and Tony.
Nope.
Tiger.
Nope. Anyway, those guys, it's not all cereal based, but they were all, both those guys, and I passed Christopher Lloyd, and I sat down and I said, hey, Christopher Lloyd's in there in the place where you get the raisins and the cereal. And
together.
And Tony goes, oh man, let's go get a photo. And I go, I wouldn't do that if I were you.
What made you think that?
Because
it's not even in the you're in the lounge.
Where he was
It's already
sitting,
quiet.
he was like sitting over in a corner where he was facing away from everybody. It was just very obvious that he did not.
Yeah,
wanna be
someone
bugged.
put him there.
And
In the
so
corner?
he, they were just like, fuck it, let's just go see what happens, because they were hammered. And Tony just goes, excuse me, just wanted, would it be okay if we got a photo? And Christopher Lloyd just goes, I don't do that, and walked away. And I'm like, he is well within his fucking rights to say that shit to you fuckers.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, you don't do that, but
I would never do that, but that doesn't make him wrong for doing that.
yes,
No.
it does.
No,
Not in that space.
no,
No, it
It's-
does.
No, it doesn't. Because
If it was at Comic-Con, maybe.
he just
Mhm.
does. Okay, yeah, right. He just doesn't take photos. That's just not his thing.
No, if you've been in any movie ever,
Mm-hmm.
then you don't have any further right to your own personal space.
I see where we're going.
You
here.
will sing and
That's
dance
right.
whenever I
Yes,
ask.
that's exactly
Dance monkey.
what I'm saying.
Not gonna talk to me like
I
that
just-
in my bar.
I just want to quickly say that apparently Christopher Lloyd said that he would gladly do another Back to the Future
Yeah,
movie.
he might want to do it again for
But
the
the-
money.
No, he said the only reason that he wouldn't do it is because that he wouldn't do it without Michael J. Fox and his Parkinson's and all that
Well,
stuff. And
you
he
can't
said
do
he
that
would
now.
never do it without him.
Because he's not going to be able to skateboard in the next
Because they've
movie,
tried to do like
for sure.
reboots for like there was a new person and he's and he's like, I would never do it without him.
Well, definitely not on the hoverboard.
And I'm really glad
just
about
not
that
safe.
because
Yeah.
that seems to be the thing that, like,
No
even
guitar?
with the which we've talked about a bunch lately, the American Pie movies. There's 4 of them, but they have all these branches off of them where it's like the Eugene Levy show or whatever, and it's like American Pie presents Camp Nowhere or whatever the fuck it is. That was you.
That doesn't sound right.
Well, look it up for the. I don't.
Camp
fucking-
Nowhere is a
Band Camp.
completely
That's like-
different
That's
movie.
it.
Bette
David
Midler
Dooley
or
got-
something.
Yeah. So that
Camp
American
Nowhere.
Pie prevents fluting the pussy.
Is that Bette Midler?
Prevents.
Promotes.
All right, let me keep
Presents.
going. Let me keep going.
It
It's
doesn't
American
prevent
Pie Lube. It
Here we
promotes-
go. Here we go. Harold Ramis.
Oh God, we're
That's
still
Egon.
going.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
Egon.
Do you want to stop? You
Oh
wanna,
no, I
gotta-
just didn't.
We're
I needed
only on the second column.
Harold.
Wait, who are we even
Yeah,
talking
he's
about?
Egon from Ghostbusters.
Egon.
Oh, we're still. I thought you
Got
were
it.
into the notes.
Okay,
for the
that
next
might
thing.
work.
Yeah.
Do you want me to fucking stop?
No,
Okay.
That
Who are
might
we
work.
talking about though?
never stop.
No,
Doc.
don't stop.
People that were going to
The
play
list
Doc.
Okay,
Never
yeah.
stop. Not stopping.
Right. I don't know this next guy, so I'll just skip it. Albert Brooks.
No.
Yeah, agreed. I don't get that.
Okay,
Okay,
you
couple
have
of-
to remind.
Great
I
and
don't
big
know
fish,
these.
though.
couple of interesting ones coming up,
interesting.
guys.
Okay.
Tom
Chevy
Cruise?
Chase.
No.
Too much of an
Oh,
asshole.
actually, I don't know.
Okay. All
I
right.
might be on board with that one.
No.
All right, Steve Martin.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
More than Chevy Chase. For
Yeah.
Play an
sure.
absent-minded professor.
All
He's
right.
got the
really well.
crazy better.
All right, Robert Klein. I don't get that at all.
Kevin Kline from
Robert Kline,
his brother.
Are they really brothers?
Oh man,
You don't know, but
a couple of good ones coming up, guys.
Sounds like
All
it
right.
could be.
No, I don't like Robert Klein for that.
Okay, James Woods.
Nope.
No, he's the mayor on.
I like that me and Amy are going to look up like everybody.
Yeah.
Family
Well, he's
Guy.
also
Family Guy.
I don't
he's
like
also
James
the
Woods
Hawk
either.
and Stuart Little.
Nope.
I just need to know if I think he's crazy, and immediately I get a flash.
Oh, and they fuck with him all the time.
I think it's crazy.
on Family Guy.
Family Guy,
Yeah. Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know if I could see him in it.
Okay.
The great crazy guy.
A little weird.
Danny DeVito.
No.
I like it. I think
Yeah,
I like it.
yeah. I mean,
That's two guys on Taxi that could have
we're
played this
only
role.
thinking because, like, Christopher Lloyd's this tall, thin.
No, I don't think it's a
handsome-
physical thing.
I remind you of anybody you know.
No.
All right.
What?
Old, kind of crazy hair.
All right, I'm going to skip a few. John Candy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually
No,
doable.
I feel like he's got to be older.
You might not have noticed, but
Also,
I
you have to
slight
be
weight
able.
problem.
Yeah, you got to be able to fit in a fucking DeLorean. You know,
Trust
no
me, it's not
offense, but
happening.
Jesus Christ.
Anyone here ever been in a DeLorean?
Apparently, I swallow a lot
Seen
of
one
air,
in the wild?
along with a lot of pizzas.
Hey, Jared, do you like pizza?
Yeah. Henry Winkler.
The pizza these
No, Fonz can't do it.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Hey,
But see,
we're
here's
going
the
back to
thing.
the future.
You start to think about Henry Winkler
Now and Barry.
and Barry.
Yeah.
And he walks up to the side of the DeLorean and
think
he
of him
just
in Night
elbows
Shift.
it and it turns on. Hey.
and the door is open.
Yeah.
Hey.
Eddie Murphy.
That could work.
No.
I don't get that at
No.
all.
Why?
This is
He's
young.
too young.
It's too young.
He's
This
too
is
young in that time.
1985.
Right.
Like,
And by young, you mean
Okay. No,
Christopher Lloyd's 83 right now. Like he was older.
Yeah.
no, I mean he was too young. All right, this guy not too young. All right,
too old.
not
That means I'm going to have to look him up.
Just right.
America's Dad, Bill Cosby.
No.
Yes.
He's not
Good
funny
thing he
enough in
wasn't
that
in there.
way.
No. Get them.
Did
He
he
does
ever
play
fucking?
crazy,
Did he
though.
ever kill it in a movie?
gotta go back inside and we gotta squiggle with a yellow
Okay, here's an actual question, and I mean it.
Can't go into the future.
Is Bill Cosby a good actor?
Wasn't he in
Bill Cosby is good at playing Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
So no, then it won't work.
No.
He's no bueno for this.
Okay, no,
He
you know what
doesn't play
movie he was
crazy.
good in, but he was still Bill Cosby. But he was in the movie Jack. Remember that one where with Robin Williams? And he's
I never saw that.
I saw that.
I
on
know exactly what
Pornhub
you're
the
talking
other
about, but
day.
I didn't know that.
What was the other Ghost Dad? What was he?
Who said
Ghost Dad,
Pornhub?
right?
I did.
Who?
Ghost
the
Dad.
old-
He's in Ghost
Yeah.
Dad.
Bill
That's
Cosby.
fucking
You ever
funny.
seen that movie?
It was bad. It was real
It's a
bad.
compilation, but it's fine.
A compilation.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
That's
compilation.
A compilation.
Hot
Yeah.
teens.
Compilation.
Compilation. Compilatio.
You wouldn't watch that.
It's so funny. I looked at the movie Jack, and I always check the Rotten Tomatoes before I put it on my list, and it's like 17%.
Jared,
I
do
just
you ever-
loved that movie when I was a kid.
Do you ever go to watch porn and it just says hot teens?
He was like
do
an adult- he looked
whatever,
like an
and
adult,
you're
but he
just
was a
like,
kid.
I'm out.
All the
Yeah.
time.
No,
I don't want any part of that.
no hot teens.
No.
Not now.
No, I don't want any part of that. I want
Hot milfs
Yeah.
in your area
with hair.
are single
Whoa,
and looking
whoa.
for.
Yeah, I like a
Nobody
little...
likes
like-
the forest, but don't shave it all off.
Exactly.
No.
Thank you. But I actually will take the forest these days.
No.
And the trees. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm quoting your own lyrics.
I'll
know.
take the forest, the desert,
gotta
the
split the
mountains.
diff.
Yeah,
I
whatever.
don't care what it looks like. Like,
All right, guys. There's a couple of more. Here we go.
Rainbow doesn't mean the whole sky's gray.
I actually see this one, and in fact, I could see him playing the character the same way. I feel like it's an age thing. I feel like with Doc Brown, it was the fact that he could have
There
the
you go.
white hair and it sold it or whatever.
Okay, but you know he didn't have white hair like in real life.
I
at
know that.
time.
I'm saying
Okay,
that it
all right.
sold it.
Oh my.
Randy Quaid.
Yes, he can
I
be
fucking
crazy.
see it. I
Yeah.
think
Okay.
I do.
Yeah,
I
he
see
can be
it.
Plus
crazy.
for me, can he be crazy? Yes, he can be crazy.
because he's
Be
crazy now.
Quaidzy.
And
He's
finally,
You're not good for me.
finally, Michael Keaton.
Yes.
No.
Okay, that's
Yes.
again. I feel like it's the age thing. Was he
No.
a little too young
I'm
at
out
the
on
time?
everything.
Well, he
He
was
can't be
Batman.
crazy.
So
I
it would've
feel
been-
like
he's
today-
Batman. He's Batman. age
Yes.
at that
Well,
time.
he did the hair in Beetlejuice.
He had just done Mr.
Beetlejuice.
Mr. Mom. Yeah, he could have totally pulled that off.
No, he's a bad actor.
Hey,
I think
kid.
he could have
He
done
is
it.
not a bad. Are you
bad,
being
bad
serious?
person?
He's a great actor.
Hold on. Everybody stop for a
No,
second.
he's being mad about Beetlejuice.
Are you saying that Michael Keaton is a bad actor?
No.
There are some very specific roles that I can think of that he wasn't great in.
Like
Beetlejuice, and that's it.
Okay, but
Batman.
then anything else, dude? The
great
guy
in
is a fucking great actor.
Mr. Mom 2.
There's no Mr.
no-
Mom 2.
what?
You don't
Dummy.
know that.
I
Yeah,
do.
there's a
you
reason.
don't know that.
Prove it.
Not everybody loved multiplicity. I did.
All right, guys. Here are the people that got check marks by their names. So
Wait,
they
I
either
gotta not
What is
those
a check
people.
mark?
Hold on, I'm going to tell you right
They're
now.
verified.
They were either
Yeah.
available or approved or would take the meeting. Okay, you ready? Here we go. Because what I said was, it's not even at this point. They were just spitballing. August 21st, 1984. Role of scientist. Okay. So at this point, we didn't even make it. Here are the guys that got the check mark.
All right,
Jeff-
everyone gives a thumbs up or thumbs down.
Jeff Goldblum, Ron Silver, John
I already
Cleese,
forgot all the people I looked up.
Mandy Patinkin, Gene Hackman, James Woods, Chris Lloyd. That's it.
Oh,
Man, that was the longest we've ever talked about the movie we're watching. Ugh.
ugh, I'm exhausted.
Does it feel
Wait,
terrible?
that was
right
about the
now?
movie?
I don't
Hey
have
guys,
any brisket
blowjob.
downstairs.
I don't know.
Whoa,
Hey,
that was
guys.
about the movie. I didn't know.
My favorite part about blowjobs is the part where my dick is getting sucked.
Samesies.
You are so brave.
I'm not sure you understand
Sucking
the whole
multiple
process.
cocks.
You know what I mean?
Where are our children right now?
Because it feels good.
Next out, right outside the door.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That Eric's strange.
Uh-oh, Jarrett's gone. There he goes.
Oh, glasses are up on the forehead. It's all over.
All right, even I can admit it wasn't that funny.
It doesn't matter. You hit the funny bone.
Suck the funny bone.
Whoa, hey-oh.
Oh my
That one is
God.
not funny.
Man, son of a bitch.
Because the part where my genitals are in someone else's mouth.
Yeah, it's hilarious
That's
to
your
even think
favorite?
about it. It's hilarious to think that's even happened ever.
No, I know.
Okay.
It was a surprise to me too.
All right, so they're back in 1955.
Was it a surprise
He's
to
like,
them? Because that's not good.
Yeah.
Get yourself some 50s clothes.
Oh.
You get yourself some 50s clothes. He chooses a leather jacket and a fucking stupid hat. Right? And then yeah, we talked about that. How about creepy Biff with like when my girlfriend's walking down the street and he just pulls her skirt up and tries to lift her
that's a
butt. and
little
stuff.
You're
over
gonna
the
be
top.
mine,
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna marry you one day.
You're gonna be my wife.
Lorraine.
Lorraine, I'm gonna marry you, butthead. All right, so we see all that.
Why don't you make like a tree and
Get out
sit
of here.
All right, here we go again. Another thing that I thought was
Is
very
hilarious.
thoughtful. No, yes, and I thought it was
Yes.
funny, and I thought it was a thoughtful nod. I think thoughtful nods are good. I think the whole thing, and there's so many movies that are guilty of this, of just like trying to regurgitate the first movie. But here, I think that fucking, make like a
Screen
tree,
door on a battleship.
make like a tree and get out of here. And he gets, and old Biff is like, oh my God, it's okay. It's make like a tree and leave. Do you know, like, no, and it's actually supposed to be leaf. By the way. But
Yes.
you know that
Yeah. Phonetically though.
so we were talking the other day about corporal punishment in schools.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
please.
so I used to get spankings and
I'm
stuff.
against the death penalty.
I used to get spankings
In schools.
in school. And so one of the hardest I was ever hit actually was I was at my homeroom and Mr. Simpson and Miss McGilvery were up there. And Mr. Simpson would always try and anytime anybody would come to our homeroom, he'd be like, hey, why don't you make like a tree and leaf, right? So one day I was in the room and somebody else, we were not where we were supposed to be. And he goes, why don't you make a tree and leaf? And I go, you know what, Mr. Simpson, why don't you make like a banana and split, right? And he took me to the office and that motherfucker lit into me with both hands 3 times.
Oh, I bet he
And
liked it.
popped me onto that desk. And I was a pretty big kid. I was a football player or whatever. And I mean, like, I'd had a lot of licks or spankings. They call them licks.
Yep.
Go on.
I had a lot of those in my career. And I had a lot of them after that, but man, never had I fucking been lit up like this motherfucker. And he was this nerdy, like Ned Flanders looking motherfucker. He was spanking me mad.
Yeah,
he was mad at me. And this sumbitch fucking, I mean, it really, really hurt.
It reminds me of my
Uncle
Lonnie.
Paddle with the holes in it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the bad one.
Yeah. Paddles
That's
with the
when they're
hole in it.
mad.
Yeah, well, it was you know what's fucked up about it, man? You would have to
Was
go
how
to
good it felt?
You would have to go to the vice principal, Mr. Duncan's office, and Mr. Duncan would either do it for the teacher or let them do it.
Harder, Daddy.
But like when this motherfucker is hitting me, Mr. Duncan is just sitting there in his chair, like, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
get him.
probably.
Yeah, get him again. Get him again.
Finger in his own
you know?
chud.
No, he probably just made a mess of his pants.
God damn. Anyway, I was apparently I was molested.
My Uncle Lonnie
That
once tried to
escalated
spank
quickly.
me.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, now how about the part of this where Doc Brown is talking to Doc Brown, and like he doesn't recognize himself. He's like, "Oh, don't you mean the 3/4 wrench?"
He doesn't look at him in the eye.
And he doesn't look at him in the eye.
Always turned his back.
Hope to run
Always,
into you
yes.
in the future.
You know what
Or
sucks
in the
about
past.
wrenches is that I got a whole set of these, Imperial 3/16 and what the fuck ever. And you got to have a whole nother set of metrics. Like, just hand me a 14. Like, let's just I get that this idea that there's miles and kilometers and there's pounds and kilo pounds, yeah.
Kilo pounds.
But it's these tools. This is what I want us to just finally
Let's
come together
standardize
and
on the
say,
fucking tools.
because I don't need 2 sets of wrenches
Yeah, I got him.
for each
Yeah.
individual fucking
But
thing.
pretty much,
Like,
isn't there norm? It's very few that you don't find one that fits.
man, there's the occasion where
That was you.
a 3/8 is too small, but a 1/2 is too big. Like this
I hear
shit's
that a lot,
crazy.
actually.
You know why? It's like that because America.
Yeah,
That's right.
because
I hear that a lot.
us
We
and
just
like
don't give a shit.
Bulgaria and Liberia.
Because we're like, fuck your international standard.
Why, the rest of you are
Fuck all
standardized? No, we have our own industry.
But the thing is they tried to. My generation, they started teaching
Tried to
us that.
ram it
Do
down
they
our
even do it
throats?
anymore? Do they even teach the metric
No,
system?
they gave up.
I'm sure
Yes, they
do.
do. They
I
teach
bet
it in
they
high
do.
school.
In
What?
science
Oh, in high
class?
school.
In
We
high
learned it
school,
in
we had it in, like
elementary.
elementary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be later middle school, but they still teach it
What's the point?
For science.
for
Got it.
science.
So you
That's
know
right.
that.
So
you
when
know
you
we're
get
not
to
alone.
the level of doing actual research and sharing it with your peers, you can speak in the same language.
So for the all of my life, actually, I've always been a fan of like, okay, well, we go to school and we learn this stuff, Now,
You've
as
always said that.
as a
You're-
grown ass man, and I really have sort of switched to the side of like, why the fuck they need to know that? Like, and here's the thing about stuff.
Here's the thing.
Like even history, and because it's selected what we're going to learn about history.
And history is written by the winners, right?
History is written by the winners.
Yes.
But
In a minute.
do you know that in England they are actually not taught about the fact that they literally used to own the fucking planet? Like they are the British Empire.
That the sun never sets on the British Empire.
They don't teach that anymore. They're just basically like, oh yeah, we did. Yeah, this is great. We've just been living here in this quaint little place
Well,
where we really like it.
We're only about 1 year removed from American schools not ever teaching that there was like slaves here.
No, I didn't even know.
that.
I never even heard of Japanese internment camps till college.
Yeah,
That's
don't
fucking
talk
crazy.
about that.
Shit. That is
No.
so fucked. Like, I mean,
That's pretty
it's
messed up.
God. And are you being serious? Are they not teaching slavery in school anymore?
I mean, there's certainly some movement out there
That
to
is-
like.
I mean,
you can
that's
totally
wild.
have a Confederate
Fuck.
flag on your truck, but don't dare teach like what it meant in
Mhm.
school.
ridiculous.
So You know,
Man, I gotta tell you,
but can you really? I know you're being funny, but can you really still have a Confederate flag on your truck without?
Up until a couple years ago, they were on the back of some big old trucks in the Prosper High School.
We have a few around.
They're still there.
Yeah,
I'm not.
Yeah,
I
big
haven't
time.
seen them.
Isn't it still part of the Georgia flag?
Mine eyes have seen the glory
Of the burning of the school. We have tortured all the teachers. We have
No, it
broken
was,
all
the
the rules.
rules.
We have ambushed the office and we've hung the principal. Us kids are marching on. That's the kind of shit we used to sing.
The Mississippi flag had the stars and bars, and then they changed
The
it
stars
recently.
and bars just let a fart deep in the fart of Texas. I just made that up.
And
Yeah,
this
writing.
That is smooth.
I was
right here.
That was the
dancing
best
the
part
whole
about
time.
it.
Yeah.
I thought you were just itching your butthole.
Had it going on.
Butthole.